The good Lord has given me 108 years on this earth. 108. Now, that's not something I say to brag. It's something I say because I've had time. Time to watch the world change in ways most folks can't even imagine. I've seen horses give way to automobiles, radios turn into televisions, and now people walking around with little glowing boxes in their hands that can answer just about any question you ask. I've lived through 2 world wars. I remember when a man first walked on the moon. I've watched families grow, and I've watched them fade. I've seen joy that could lift your spirit clear to heaven, and sorrow that could bring you down to your knees. And in all that time, all those years of watching, listening, learning, I've seen a whole lot of foolishness, especially when it comes to what people put in their bodies. Now, let me introduce myself proper. My name is Hattie May, and every doctor who ever told me to watch my cholesterol, well, they're gone now. Every single one of them. Now, I don't say that to be cruel. Lord knows they meant well. They came in with their white coats and their fancy degrees, talking about numbers and charts and things they learned from books. They'd tell you to eat this, not that, to cut this out, replace it with something that came in a box or a bottle or wrapped up in shiny plastic. But I've lived long enough to see those rules change. What they said was, bad one year becomes good the next. What they praised gets pulled off the shelf 5 years later. And somewhere along the way, I realized something simple. A whole lot of that advice ain't built on wisdom. It's built on business. Somebody's always trying to sell you something, but I didn't come here to talk about them. I came here to tell you the truth, not the kind of truth you hear in commercials or read on the back of a cereal box. I'm talking about the kind of truth that gets passed down from your great-grandmama, the kind that lives in the kitchen, in the soil, in the quiet habits of people who lived long before diet trends were even a thing. It ain't about magic powders. It ain't about expensive programs. It's about real food, food that comes from the earth, food that your body understands. And I've got 7 of them, 7 foods I've been eating my whole life that I believe have helped keep me here, sitting in this chair, talking to you today. Now listen close, because the first one, this one always starts an argument. Coffee. Yes, Lord, a good, strong cup of black coffee. I've had one every single morning since I was about 16 years old. Back then, it wasn't some fancy drink with whipped cream and syrup and all kinds of nonsense. It was simple, dark, strong enough to wake the dead. And they told me plenty. Hattie, that coffee's gonna make your heart race. Hattie, that coffee's bad for your nerves. Hattie, you need to cut back. Child, please, you know what'll give you a heart attack? Worrying about every little thing they tell you not to eat. That coffee, it wakes you up. Not just your eyes, your mind. It gets your blood moving. It tells your body it's time to get up, time to live. And these days, they got a word for what's in it. Antioxidants. Back then, we didn't need a word. We just knew it made you feel alive. But I'll tell you this, don't go ruining it. Don't drown it in sugar and syrup and those fake creamers full of chemicals you can't pronounce. Drink it black. Let it be what it is. Now the second one, I call it God's candy. Berries. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. Any kind you can get your hands on. When I was a little girl, we didn't buy them from no store. We went out back to the bushes behind the house and we picked them ourselves. Sun on your back, dirt on your hands, fingers stained purple by the time you were done. And we ate them right there. No packaging, no labels. Just sweetness straight from the earth. Now I still eat them every day. Just a handful. That's all you need. They're sweet, yes, but not the kind of sweet that wears you out. Not that fast sugar that spikes you up and crashes you down. No, this is a steady sweetness. And that deep color, that's where the magic is. They call it polyphenols now. Fancy word. But my daddy used to say, the darker the color, the stronger the medicine. And he was right. Those colors protect the fruit, and when you eat them, they protect you too. Keep the fire down inside your body. Keep things calm, steady, balanced. Now, number 3 comes from the water. Fatty fish. I'm talking about salmon, sardines, mackerel, the oily kind. Now, we didn't have much salmon where I grew up, but we had sardines. Ate them straight out the can. My husband used to laugh and call it a poor man's lunch, but I'd tell him, this ain't poor, this is medicine. Your brain, whether folks realize it or not, is made mostly of fat. But not just any fat. It needs the right kind. And that fish is full of it. They call it EPA and DHA. I just call it what keeps your mind sharp. It's like oil in an engine. Keeps everything running smooth. Helps you think clearly. Helps keep that fog, that sadness from settling in too deep. Now people worry about mercury and all that. And I say, worry about losing your memory. Worry about not recognizing the people you love. Everything in life is a balance. I made my choice. Now, number 4. Oh, they lied to you about this one for a long time. Eggs. The whole egg. Yolk and all. For decades, they scared people away from eggs. Said the yolk would clog your heart. Said it was dangerous. And a whole generation believed it. But that yolk, that's where the goodness is. That's where the nutrients live. It's got choline, good for your brain. Lutein, good for your eyes. Protein, vitamins, everything packed into one perfect little shell. It's life, right there in your hand. I eat 2 every morning. Sometimes fried, sometimes scrambled. Sometimes cooked in a little bacon grease. Don't look at me like that. I'm 108 years old. My heart's still ticking just fine. Now, number 5 might make some folks uncomfortable. Red meat. Yes, I said it. Good, honest red meat. Not the kind pumped full of who knows what. I'm talking about meat from an animal that lived like it was supposed to. Out in the sun, eating grass, moving around. That meat is strength. It's iron for your blood. B12 for your nerves. The kind of nourishment that makes you feel solid. People these days feel tired all the time. Weak, worn down, and they think it's just age. But sometimes it's what you're not eating. A cow takes grass and sunshine and turns it into something your body can use. That's not something to fear. That's something to respect. Now, number 6 is something we didn't even have a name for back then. Fermented foods. We just called it what it was. Sauerkraut, pickles, buttermilk. Food that's alive. Now, I want you to think about your gut like a garden. You can't just throw anything in there and expect it to grow right. You need good soil. And those fermented foods, they help build that soil. They bring in the good bacteria, the kind that helps you digest, helps you absorb nutrients, helps keep your body in balance. When your gut is right, everything feels better. Your energy, your mood, your whole being. A happy gut is a happy life. Don't forget that. And now, number 7. This one's my little secret. Raw cacao. Not chocolate bars. Not candy. I'm talking about the real thing. Dark, bitter powder. The kind that makes you wrinkle your nose the first time you taste it. But I'll tell you what. That bitterness wakes something up in you. I take a spoonful every morning and stir it right into my coffee. It's got compounds in it that help your body at a deep level. Help your cells stay active. Help your brain stay sharp. At my age, anything that keeps the fire burning a little brighter is worth holding on to. So there you have it. 7 foods, coffee, berries, fatty fish, eggs, red meat, fermented foods, cacao. Simple, real, nothing fancy, nothing trendy. But before you go thinking that's the whole story, let me tell you something important. It ain't just the food. The food is the fuel, but it ain't the engine. The engine is your spirit. You've got to have a reason to wake up in the morning. You've got to have something or someone to care about. You can eat all the right foods in the world, but if your heart is full of anger, if you're holding on to bitterness, if you've got no joy left in you, that'll wear you down faster than anything you put on your plate. So you forgive, Even when it's hard, you laugh, even when life gives you every reason not to. You sit outside when you can. Feel the sun on your face. Watch it rise, watch it fall. You talk to people. You love people. You thank the good Lord for another day, even the ordinary ones, especially the ordinary ones, because those are the ones that make up a life. And if you do that, if you take care of your body and your spirit, well, you just might stick around a little longer than you expected. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's about time for my coffee.